Is Nikolai, and the title of his speech is When Worlds Collide.
Thank you. So, when worlds collide. This is my third speech in the Competent Communicator. Some of the objectives are to entertain, inform, persuade, or inspire. My objective I'm focusing on is inspiring. Part of my speech takes place last night, and then we'll see where else it goes. So, what did I do last night? Last night I was playing around with this thing I recently acquired. It's called a Samsung Galaxy VR. And for those of you that don't know what VR is, it's virtual reality. It's this pair of what basically are very fancy ski goggles you put on. And then you can put headphones on and it transports you to a completely different world. And like, there's a speech app I got on it. And I was able to like go in front of a setting like this. There's TED Talk settings, wedding settings. It's great for rehearsing a speech, though I did not rehearse this one on. Because my room flooded and I had to move a bunch of stuff and I didn't have anywhere to walk around. But that's just a funny thing that happened. So when Worlds Collide, I was playing around with this, and then my dad goes and wants to try it. So naturally I go and put it on a scary game I put on it, where you basically sit on a couch and then walk around and like paintings change, and then there's these little scary kids that walk up to you. It's pretty freaky. And my dad scares easily, so that was a very enjoyable experience. He lasted about 15 seconds. And then of course my mom hears his screaming and was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Put this on." She's like, "Okay." And then she puts it on and the headphones, and I of course take like 4 steps back because she's a black belt and I don't want to get punched. So there goes another fun thing. And then there's my grandma, who quote, "Nothing scares me." And she did last quite a long time. She put it on, and then there's this part where there's this like little scary baby thing crawling at you, and she's like, "Oh, hello down there." But eventually the part where like this thing that's been in the back corner covered by a sheet runs at you, that scared her, and then she had enough. So what is the message of this virtual reality thing? I wouldn't say my family are technology deniers, but they're certainly not as informed as my brother and I, and even my brother has to ask me about stuff like mostly how to pirate TV shows we're watching, but other technology stuff. The point is, trying new things is a very good thing to do. And maybe you don't want to ask me about trying them because I'll try to scare you in some way, shape, or form, just like I did my family, but trying new things is very important. For example, when I went on exchange, the reason why I went on exchange was because I just decided to walk on a room, which triggered like the whole butterfly effect. And then all of a sudden I'm on a plane to a country where I don't know anyone. But trying new things is a very important part of my life today. And even though I fail at almost everything, like my report card, for example. C's get degrees, everyone. That's all you need to know. But if you try something and then you don't succeed, try and try again. And that is a very poorly paraphrased version of Winston Churchill's quote. But this is a very important, fundamental part. That's why I'm repeating it, not because I'm trying to fill up time or anything like that. But if you try something new, maybe you'll like it. When I was a child, I was an extremely picky eater. And the foods I liked were the weirdest foods ever. Butter and jelly sandwiches. Don't know why, but I would eat those. And then I'd be like, "Ew, gross, peanut butter and jelly?" Butter and jelly is where it's at. Food is a very important part of my life, and that was the first thing I started trying. And then another weird food I liked was pancakes. Pancakes are better than waffle. I'll stand by that till the day I die. But, yeah, it's getting very heated, very opinionated, but I am pro pancake. and especially the kind that's not fully cooked. Why? I don't know. But now, after year trying crab, delicious, crayfish caught with my bare hands, didn't know how to cook it, wasn't delicious, felt bad because I killed a couple crayfish. But it's really fun to catch them. Trying new things is what being human is all about. If we never tried any new things, I'd still be like drinking milk out of a bottle. And I'd probably be institutionalized because you gotta try new things, you gotta learn, you gotta adapt. Hopefully, my constant belaboring, very fancy vocab word, of this topic, or reiteration, depending on your opinion, has inspired you to try at least one new thing. Talk to a random person in an aisle. Hopefully that person's not having a bad day, and then you'll meet someone new. Try some spinach, eat it out of the bag, but make sure you wash it, because that's how I got food poisoning twice. Point is, if you try something, you fail, big whoop. Now you have a fun story to tell. So, this is shorter than my usual speech, but thank you all for listening. This time.